thoughts on factors and things you should know that will help you to be a better trader. First and foremost, you guys, you need to understand there is no need to rush. If it is true that you can make so much money from trading, you will be able to understand that you don't need to rush. The first thing you need to understand is that what is your target? What is your objective? What objective do you have? You want to become a trader. Are you willing to go through the stress? Are you willing to go through the training? There is a process of learning. There is a process of practicing what you have learned. There is a process then when you earn. There are three major processes. You learn, you practice, then you earn. Now, to get into the whole thing, before you start to become on your journey of becoming a trader, you need to have one basic understanding. What's your objective? What do you actually want to achieve? A lot of people are coming into trading because they want to sort out some personal financial needs. Yes, that may be your objective, but it shouldn't stop there. Why? You're going to be hurting yourself if that's just your objective. Why? It's not too far-fetched. When you hit that, what next? So if you want to be making money from trading, I need you to consider these things I want to talk about. It's not just about the strategy. Forget, it's not just about the strategy. It's a whole mindset. Let me give you a secret to trading generally. Every trading platform operates on one thing: psychological defect of people. They know people have lapses, so they use that against us. They know we are naturally greedy. They know we are naturally not satisfied. We naturally don't have objective. We don't have aim, self-control. So they use all those things against us in our trading activity to make money from us. But hey, my training, what it does for you is to always put you ahead of the whole thing. Can you become proactive that you'll be able to earn, not give out? That's the essence. So I want you to listen to all the things I want to talk about right now. Number first thing is you need to have an objective. What's your objective? Let me give you an objective. My objective is not just to make money from trading, but to make a living. Now, I'm not in a hurry to make the money now. My plan is, can I get to be able to do this day to day and be able to pay myself, to be able to make money? Yes, that's the objective. I plan to always beat what if this month I am making $1 million. My plan is, can I make 2 million last month? If I make 2 million, then following month, can I double it? That's my objective. You see, it's dynamic, it's self-driven. It makes me want to earn more. What is your goal? You just want to get money so that you can solve this financial situation you are in? No, that shouldn't be all. Because if your mind is not right, you will not get some things, some facts right, and you will not be able to press it further, faster. Now, apart from you having an objective, let me help you to create a guide for the objective that will make it easier for you. Make a plan that, okay, I want to go into trading. I want to be a trader. At least, can I start earning like 100,000? Start with that. I started with, can I make money? Can I at least learn the secret? Let me share a secret with you. You see, in the trading business, we repeat the same thing every day. There is repetition. We trade the same market. We look for the same opportunity. We look for the same formation. We look for everything is the same. It's repetition. Repetition, day to day. Now, what you need to work on is, can you master the process? Yes, can you, as a person, learn to master the process of generating that profit? So when we are looking for opportunity to trade or signal to trade, what we are actually looking on is, can I catch this thing that will always show me is going down? Or can I catch the formation that will show me is going up? And when I catch it, can I tap into it and make money as the market is moving in my predicted direction? It's not every time it's going to be moving in your direction. There are days it's going to turn against you. So what is your mind status on all those stuff? Now, once you have your target, you have your objective, define it. Give yourself a simple one. Don't let your targets be too much. I want to be making 1 million. What's your capital? Have you even made 10,000 before that you want to make 1 million? So start slow, start small. Don't aim too big, else you're going to be shooting yourself on the foot. What you should do is start with a target. Can I be making 100K every month? Hey, guess what? You can make much more than that. But start with, can I make 100K? When you make 100K, proceed to, can I make 200? Can I make 400? Can I make 800? Now, can I make 1,000,000? Are you seeing the progress? That's a mindset of growing. This has always been what helped me. It has helped me greatly. It works wonder. So if I'm sharing with you, I don't share things I've not done. I share only things I've done and I've experienced. I share them. Now, once you have that, you're good. Have a small target, like 100K for a start. You've not made any money before. You've lost money even when you did not go through training and all that. So don't count all that. Forget about all that. Now concentrate first on, okay, how am I going to make money? I want to start first with 100K every month. Guess what? With as little as 10,000, you can be making over 150K every month conveniently. Yes, conveniently with the trading. Now, going straight into the whole thing. First and foremost, you want to trade. You want to become a professional trader. There is one key thing: strategy. Now, I tell somebody strategy is different from loopholes or bots or people telling you try and error, use this boat while it is working now. No, a strategy is a kind of trading pattern or trading, statistics that allows you to make money, whether the market is for you or against you. You learn to be able to make money. Even when the brokers discovered what you're using, you'll still be able to make money. That's a strategy, not a loophole. A loophole can be, oh, they discover that, oh, if you trade this one, you will make money. It's open now. Let's use it to make money. So you are using it to make money. Guess what? The day they find out, they discover, and they block it, you stop making money. Now, most people are always afraid and skeptical. This thing, will it continue? How long will it start before it stops? How long have you been trading? Guess what? I've been trading binary since 2014. I've always been skeptical and afraid of one thing: greed. I was not able to control my greediness, but I had trainings that helped me to do that. And that's the same thing I'm offering to people, to help them overcome their greediness, give them more discipline and in line thoughts towards them having a good and profitable result. Now, you need to understand that strategy is different from loopholes. A strategy works whether the market is against you or is for you. It will always work. And if you see anybody telling you my strategy is 100% sure, they are all lying. Yes, they are all lying. Reason is that in every strategy, you must leave room for losses. Why? You cannot be 100% accurate. Once you are 100% accurate, whoever broker you're using, whoever platform you're using will consider you a threat. Why? You cannot just be getting 100 over 100. You cannot become a genius. No, it's not possible. If you do that, you're going to get yourself shut off. They're going to shut you up. Most of us, we enroll on different brokers without even reading terms and conditions of their trade. Please endeavor to try and read terms and conditions of every trade or every platform you sign up on. Then you will understand better. They can close your account without any reason. Yes, if you are a threat to them, they can close your account. They can stop paying you. Yes, they can stop paying you if you are a threat to them. Now, you need to understand your strategy must not be 100% accurate. Yes. If you go for a strategy that is 100% accurate, you are troubling yourself. You are going to endanger yourself. At a point, it's not going to work again. Why? They are going to use it against you. You see, brokers don't mind giving you 1 million to collect 10 million from you. Yes, they don't mind giving you 1 million to collect 10 million from you. I won't detail that much. I'll just let you know that. Now, when you have a working strategy, the second thing you move into will be, so how do I trade? With what stake? Yeah, with what stake? Now, it talks about money management. How to manage the money itself. What will I stake? I will always recommend and make it small. I don't want these videos to be too long. So we have 10% to 30% stake. Don't use more than that. If you have 100%, you have $100 for instance, and you want to trade, don't trade with all your money. And one note, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Every time you want to come on board when it comes to your money, make up your mind. This is an investment. I'm investing it in myself. I am willing to lose and let it go. If I lose it, I lose it. I'll have to start afresh. Have that mindset. Else, you will not be able to bear your losses. And once you are not able to bear your losses, every other psychological defect, every other problem that happens in the head will happen to you. You will overtrade, you will become greedy, you will do revenge trading, you will lose. But if you make up your mind, you are able to do away with whatever capital you are starting with. You don't have any problem. When you lose, it's not going to be giving you heartache. But when you don't have that, you're going to be having heartache. So make up your mind. Any money you want to use, I'm willing to let it go. I'm willing to part way with this money. Then we're not talking about, so how do you stake? What amount will you use to stake? You want to stake money, right? What you should first do is stake from 10% to 30% maximum of your money. The plan is to make 100%. What profit margin are you looking at? 100% of that stake. So if you stake 10%, learn to make 100% of that 10%, meaning your profit target for the day should be like 10%. 10% of all your money, not 100%. Start small. Build it little by little. Once you are able to know the process of how to turn 10 into $13, you are okay. Every other thing will work out for you. But if you don't know the process, you cannot repeat it anytime you want. You have not mastered any trading strategy. You must be able to repeat the process on a daily or regular basis without any impulse. You have to be able to repeat the process. Now, when you do 10% to 30% of your stake, you are safe. You will have a proper and a very good money management. You're not going to be losing all your money at once. It means if you're using 10%, you have 10 trials. If you're using 30%, you have 3 trials. If you're using 20%, you have 5 trials. 25%, 4 trials. Meaning you get to try it 4 times. That is what it means. So you need to understand, you need to have a proper stake management. Now, another thing, this is really directing towards all my students, because I have just discovered every time I continue to repeat the same thing, but I don't want to keep repeating it. Can I make a general video that everybody can listen to, can watch, and you will learn from it? Let it be a guide for everybody. So that's why I'm making this video. So you need to listen to it very well again and again. I've talked about one thing, you need to have target and objective. Let your objective be right. I said start first with a small value. Start with like 100,000. And I've said you need to work with a strategy. Strategy is different from a loophole that you are trying to make work. The strategy will work no matter what the market is. Then I talked about another thing. What's the other thing I talked about? Stake, money management. Money management. Learn to commit money you can afford to risk. Don't go and borrow Lapo money. Don't go and borrow loan. Don't go and borrow any money. Let it be small money that you are liable to risk. But before you risk all these things, you must have practiced enough on demo, because binary allows you, Forex allows you to practice on demo first. Practice on demo. And then there is one thing people always talk about, demo and real. The reality of demo and real is the same. But you see, you are playing a trick on your own self, assuming that they are not the same. They are always the same. The only difference is that when you are on real, because you have committed money, now you are emotional about it. When you are on demo, you are not emotional. You are only following the rules and everything. It is not money, so you are not feeling it. That's why we say don't put money that will make your heart pound. Yes, don't put money you cannot afford to lose. When your mind is not there, when you can afford to risk that money, you're not going to understand the difference. You're going to see yourself trading on demo and switching over to real, and you do the same trade. Yes, they are the same thing. Let me tell you one thing about the market. It works based on volume. So every time you are seeing it moving on demo is because of the present volume that is on the market. So if yours now join, it's still going to continue or repeat the same process or the otherwise process it wants to. So don't think they are different. They are not different. They are the same. The only place that they are different is where the broker are playing tricks on the traders. And guess what? Every trader who is on that platform, they will quickly identify that. And nobody will want to, partner or trade with brokers that does that a lot. Once you discover it, you are going to get yourself out of it. So it's always the same. Now, another thing you need to understand, I've talked about stake, money management. Now, we've talked about the stake. What about the profits? When do I exit? Remember, we said the plan is to make 100% of whatever stake you are using. Yes, plan to make 100% of whatever stake you're using. If you're using 10%, meaning your plan is to make 100%. If you are using like $10, your plan should be like, can I make $10? This is after you must have practiced so well with your demo and you know how to use your strategy. Now, it does not matter whether you're using my strategy or you're using any other person's strategy. As long as you're able to follow this, you will be able to be in profit. Now, another thing you look at is your profit should be set within the range of 15% to 40%. So imagine if I'm risking $10 to make either $20. I mean to make $2. Or I'm risking $10 to make $4. What we are saying is, can it be risk $10 to make $2 to $4? 20 to 40%. Are you getting it? Or 15 to 40%, whichever you are comfortable with. Now, the essence is that you are only risking $10 to make like $2 or $4. If we have $100, for instance, you use $10 to make $4. $10 to make $4. By the time you do 3 trades like that, you already make $10, meaning you made 10% of your capital. So you need to understand, have this in your mind. I don't want it to be a repetition. People keep asking me the same question. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. So I'm documenting this permanently so that you understand how you can use this. Then you talk about another thing you need to understand. I've talked about strategy. I've talked about the target and objective. I've talked about the strategy. I've talked about the stake. I've talked about the profit. Now, what about losses? When do I get out? If I'm losing, what do I do? How will I know I'm losing? It depends on how long you have stayed in the market. If you're staying more than too long, maybe you want to trade for like 20 minutes and you've stayed for like 10 minutes and you are not yet in profit, you should minimize your loss. Wait for your losses to reduce and you get out. Don't stay too long. Learn to accept your losses. Will you lose? Yes. I've told you, any platform or any strategy that is 100% is not good. Don't go into it. You will regret it. Not now. You may not regret it now. See, the brokers are willing to give you money to collect more from you. Naturally, we are greedy, so you will come back for more. You're going to come back with much more money than you have ever won because now you want to crash them. You want to die there. Don't have that mindset. Then you're wondering, so accept your losses. Learn to cut it short. If you're trading, for example, I just gave you an instance, you're trading, for example, for 20 minutes and you've already spent 10 minutes. You are still in minus 40, minus 50. Wait for it to give you minus 30, minus 20 and check out. Don't wait for more than 50% of your time set. Don't wait too long. Once you get your profit margin, get out. Don't stay too long. Don't stay too long. Now, another thing is that I need to talk about is mindset. What's your mindset? A lot of people have a mindset of, I'll die here. I don't know how to make money. I go kill them. I go drain them. Now lie. They will finish you. Before you even start, they will finish you. Why? Because not everybody have that mindset. First, get rid of that mindset. Have a mindset of an investment mentality. I've invested $100 into my person to learn this, to practice this, to make it work. And I'm optimistic it's going to work. I have a positive mindset it's going to work. So I'm expecting to make money from this. Not just to make $100, but to be able to continuously make more from it. Let me tell you a story of what I did last year, July. I started a project, $10. Now the plan was to start trading $1. Every 2 months, I use $1. Every 2 months, I use $5. Every 2 months, I use $10. Every 2 months, I move to $20. Every 2 months, I move to $50. Now I am moving to $100. Now I started this in July last year. July last year up to this moment, I am making consistently from that $10 investment over 6 figures. It is not magic. It's slow and steady. I understand the principle. I apply it. I grow it. It's a mindset. Soon, I'll move from 100 to 200, 200 to 500, 500 to 1,000. So it's a gradual thing. I've been able to start with $1 to 5 to 10. Where are you starting from? Where are you starting from? You need to start from the right place. Start from the right spot. Don't be in a hurry to hammer. No, it's an avenue where you can make money, but you see, you need to start from somewhere. And another thing you need to have for your mindset is that be willing to lose. Yes. Now, the reason why I do my training and I make sure people don't use more than, I make sure you do not use more than 10,000 is because can you use the amount you can afford to risk, to lose? Anybody can use 10,000 and host even family members or friends for party and stuff. Yes, you can. So, if you lose 10,000, it's not going to freak you. If you start with $20 or $10 right now and you trade it and you lose, you're not going to be freaked. It won't freak you. But you see, a lot of people don't want to start small. They want, instead of making the small money, let me hammer and make everything fast. Don't be that way. If you are that way, you're not going to make any money. You are going to be setting yourself back every time you start. And you're going to be rolling around in circles. I had to spend another 4 to 5 months in a course to brainwash myself from all those things, because everybody is always suspecting everybody. We suspect ourselves. So we are always suspicious. What's your mindset? If somebody tells you do ABC and see what happens first before you start suspecting. Get rid of that suspicion. I had to use extra 4 months to brainwash myself. So you don't have to go through that process. Can you just follow? Be as a child, just follow. Now, when he talks about mindset, the next I'm talking about is emotion. What's your emotion like? You see, if your mind is not attached to the money, if your heart is not pounding while you are trading, you are not going to be emotional. If you follow a strict rule, guide, principle, learning to withdraw, learning to take when it is your own, you are not going to have problem. Now, you need to understand, if you don't follow, you are going to have a problem. Another thing I need to let you know has to do with, apart from your emotion, follow laid down rules. If you follow laid down rules, emotion is not going to be in place. If you also follow personal targets, don't set big target for yourself. Follow personal target. If you also follow that, you see, you are not going to be emotional. But when you don't follow any of this, you are going to definitely become emotional. You are going to be very emotional. And when you are very emotional, you are not going to make progress. Let me tell you what will happen when you are emotional. Number 1, you are going to lose. Number 2, you are not going to have a consistent and clear strategy. Your head is going to be mixed up. Let me give you a slight example. Some of you may have experienced how it works. Let's assume you deposited on a binary platform $100 to trade with, and your plan is for you to make money, right? Now, when you deposited, you started trading and practicing on demo. The demo was cool and good. You were making money. Now, you have not had any training, but you went through the platform and you made a deposit of $100. Now you started trading with probably $10 or so, and you are making profit. It now became $120, $130, and before you knew it became $150. Guess what? You were trading with like $10. Now when it became $50, you decided to increase it to like $20, and before you know it, you did some few more trades and you were in profit. You had like $200. Now you've made 100%, but guess what? Because you are so excited it's working, you continue trading. Guess what? Because you are emotional about this, you are going to overtrade. And when you overtrade, you are bound to lose. Now, because you are becoming excited over the whole thing, you said, okay, let me use $50. You use $50 from your 200. You traded, you lost. No. You said, let me try again. You tried again. You saw a good opportunity. You said, no, let me use this 100. Then I will make like 50 back. Then I will be back to 200. You use 100 and you lost. you are back to what? 50. Now guess what? Immediately you are going to want to revenge, because now you have moved from 200 to 50, half of what you started with. Now you are no longer going to be trading with any stake manner. You are now ready to bounce back speedily. You want to bounce back speedily. Don't do that. When you do that, you're not going to help yourself. You want to bounce back speedily. You've forgotten that you got to where you are as a result of slow and steady. But all that does not matter. Why? Because you are emotional. There is no target, there is no rule, there is no setback, there is nothing. You are going to end up, when you want to revenge your trade, you want to trade by revenging. I must collect all my money back. You're going to blow the $50 until it is zero. That is when you are going to be calm. Then you will start thinking straight. Meanwhile, all this happened all within the period of less than an hour. You have over-traded, you made profit, and you made losses. But what's the end of the result? Zero. You made profit, then you end up in zero. Now, you fail to identify some things that would have helped you. Number one, rules and regulation. You have to have rules and regulation for yourself. I always tell my students, any money that you trade with that is on binary platform is not your money. Don't think it's your money. Until you withdraw the profits or the money into your account, that is when it's your money. Until the money is in your bank account, it's not your money. It's still binary's money. And you can lose it. Anything can happen. Binary spirit can come upon you and you will start, doing what you're not supposed to do. So you need not to become emotional. Follow rules. For you not to be emotional, you need to have rules, trading rules. You need to have rules and principles you follow. If you are making a deposit, make sure once you make 100% of your capital, withdraw. Guess what? If you have withdrawn 100% of your capital, like when you have made 200, you withdraw 100, you add 100. You are not going to plan to want to dominate or duplicate it. You can get started again from the beginning, make another 100, then you close. That way, you are making profits. By the time you have made your profit, you will now be able to trade with profits, not with your capital anymore. Now your capital is with you, some profits are also with you. You are now trading with profits to make more profits. That's what they call a prosperous business. Not when you trade now, you bring another one, you bring a new capital, you're always bringing capital. You are not making anything. You are only dashing them money. This is the story of so many people. And it used to be my story before it changed. All this thing I'm telling you, they will help you to change it. They will help you to change it. Now, let me do a quick summary. Before that quick summary, let me talk about withdrawal. Remember, we're talking about taking your losses, whatever. Make deposit at least twice a week. If you want to be withdrawing every day, make deposit at least twice a week. If you're withdrawing weekly, make deposit. Once you deposit, make your withdrawal. Try to make deposit all the time and withdraw all the time. There's a secret behind it. Time will not permit me to tell you in this video because I only have 1 minute left. Now, let me summarize all this in 1 minute video, right? So that I can have this posted and for people to understand. Now, it's very simple. All I've been able to share with you is how to be able to become a prosperous trader. To be a prosperous trader. These are things you need to put into consideration. Now, to become a prosperous trader, you need to put this factor in consideration. Number one, you need to have a personal target. A personal target set for yourself. Now, you don't have to set too much target. I say start with like 100,000 every month. Then you double it every month. Before long, you will become a millionaire. Number two, you need to talk about the strategy. A strategy that works only while there is loophole. It's not a strategy. Your strategy must work no matter the condition of the market, whether favorable or not favorable. It must work. And it must not be 100%. Yes, there must be room for losses. 70, 80, they are good. Now, I talked about stake. Stake only 10 to 15% of your money. For instance, you have an $100, use like $10 to $30 of your $100. Then I talk about profit. Profit, learn to take profit for each trade you do from 15% to 40%. Don't aim too much. Then I talk about losses. Learn to accept your losses. If you're trading for 1 hour, after 30 minutes you have not actualized your profit, you should cut your losses. Cut your losses. Take your losses and get out. Then I talked about mindset. Hey, have the right mindset. Don't say you want to die there. Look at it as an investment. Money you can afford to risk. Don't hold grudges against it. Don't take it too personal. Learn to keep it. Use it while you can and then get rid of it when you don't want it. Now, mindset is key. Then I talk about emotion. Hey, learn to follow the rules. Don't become emotional. When you learn not to put your mind to the money you are trading with, it's an investment, you're not going to be emotional. You're not going to revenge trade. You're not going to overtrade. I just gave example of how all those things happen naturally on a daily basis. Then I talked about withdrawal and rules and regulation. Learn to deposit weekly and withdraw weekly. Only money that is in your account that is your money. If it is not in your account, it is not your money. You are just keeping it for binary or for forex, whichever it is. Now you need to understand binary is a simple place where you can make good profit. I have been making good profit from binary, and I train people on how to do this. And guess what? There's no more promo offer for my training service, but they are free information, and also I made this information free on my YouTube channel for you to go through. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You want to learn? Visit my website. Visit the details or the link you're seeing in the video or in the description below. But you see, for most of all, you want to become a successful trader. Learn to practice. Yes, practice a lot. If the best players in the world still practice, hey, who are you? If Dangote still they find money, who are you? If Facebook still they find money, who are you? Who you be? Where till you hold? You never make anything, you don't do shakara. Learn to mind your business. Focus. Grow. When you grow, you will become a force to